Rashid is back and more stylish than ever before. But I bet the most important question in everyone's mind is, what type of character is Rashid? What are his strengths and weaknesses? Is he worth buying? Why should I pick him up? In Street Fighter V, Rashid was a very strong and easy character, but in Street Fighter VI, he has been changed to a hard to use character according to the developers. We're going to find out if that's true and answering all these questions. But before I do, if you enjoyed this DLC style review, let me know by giving this video a like, and I'll do more of these once more characters comes out. With that being said, let us get back to the video. Rashid is a rushdown character that excels in a lot of areas such as zoning and mix-ups. His ability to sprint, use aerial mobility, and use plenty of forward-moving attacks makes it easy for him to get in close. You also have plenty of tools to break the opponent down at a distance and force your opponent to guess in every moment of the fight. Now that we know what he's about, let us begin by going over what he offers. First, let's talk about his spinning mixer. This special move has different attack angles depending on the level of punch being used. The light version moves Rashid forward for a short spin. The medium version will spin Rashid in the upward diagonal direction that has a quick startup. And lastly, the heavy version will make Rashid spin all the way up. Each of them has special reasons for using them. For example, the light punch version is used as a poke tool since it's safe on block at -3 and recovers much faster. The medium punch version is mainly used as your main combo ender and coordinate carry since it moves them further down the screen. Lastly, the heavy punch version will be mainly used as an anti-air tool to stop any jumping attacks. The overdrive version is invincible on startup, so that will be used as your wake up tool. The only difference here now compared to the last game is that you cannot press the punch repeatedly to extend spinning mixer. Eagle Spike is the next move that you have and remains still the same from last game. It is a powerful forward moving kick that deals great damage and has corner carry potential. The overdrive version can launch your opponent in the air, leaving them wide open for any following attacks. It does switch sides on hits, so that is something to keep in mind. Whirlwind Shot is Rashid's projectile and is slightly different this time around. Just like last game, the distance of the projectile changes depending on the level of attack being used. The light version is quick and great for checking the opponent from a distance. What makes this move strong is that the ability to hold down the attack, increasing the damage of these attacks and adds an additional number of hits. Not only that, if it's charged off completely, it will generate an air current where you can use it to amplify his attacks. For example, you can use that current for his spinning mixer or eagle spike. Let us not forget the overdrive version, which will cause the projectile to shoot straight towards the opponent and launch them on hit. And this also beats your opponent's projectiles. So Rashid wins when it comes to trading. Now, let us talk about the two new moves that Rashid gets in Street Fighter VI. Those being Arabian Cyclone and Arabian Sky High. I believe these attacks alone is what makes them a little challenging to use because of the techniques it requires you on your end. Let's go over them. Arabian Cyclone is a special move that summons a whirlwind in front of you, and you have two different movement techniques that you can use depending on what you're wanting to do. This can be used at close range on block if you wanted to pressure the opponent, or as a hit confirm attack, or juggle for a combo. However, the main use for it would be at a distance, and that technique is called wing stroke, where you can think of this like a launch pad where you can launch yourself towards your opponent and you can follow it up with any attacks to mix the opponent up. And that is if you're looking to surprise your opponent from a distance. The next technique that you have access to is rolling assault, which lets you slip under high projectiles and punish your opponent. The reason why you would want to use this is because the heavy version will keep you safe to continue your offense and is safe on block. The last technique you can use is nail assault. This is another move where you can dish out to keep the opponent in check. On hit, this can be follow up for a combo juggle. The overdrive version launches the opponent high and causes an air current to amplify your attacks and mobility. You have a lot of ways to set up your play and cause some headache for your opponent. Arabian Sky High is a new attack that Rashid gets that allows him to change up your timing mid-air by creating an air platform for him to stand on. This allows him to jump in, throw your opponent off, and unlock more aerial combos in the air. The timing and distance changes depending on the level of attack being used. So So that is something you also have to keep in mind when playing as Rashid. Now that we have gone over his special moves, what kind of super does he offer? His level 1 super is a super kick that is great as a combo ender and anti-air. The best uses for this will be using it as a counter attack and a hit confirm attack. His level 2 super allows Rashid to keep pressuring the opponent either from a distance or at close range. And because it leaves a whirlwind behind, he can use it also to amplify his moves and mobility. There's a lot of flexibility when it comes to this move. Lastly, his level 3 super is his ultimate move where he can do a lot of damage to the opponent. It will cost all your super meter. So these are the things that Rashid has to offer in Street Fighter 6. But why should you pick him up? Let's go over his pros and cons. Now for the pros. He has strong movement and mobility, good mix-up options, strong projectiles, great pressure game. Now for the cons for playing as Rashid. Now he does have some stubby normals. He is resources reliant, slightly lower base damage, and full potential requires high execution and technical skill. I believe Rashid is a great character that has plenty to offer. He has everything you need to look for in a good character. If you want endless mobility, strong close range pressure, while doing it in a styling way, Rashid is your man. It just might take some getting used to with everything you have to know to use him effectively. Let me know what you guys think about Rashid, and if you're planning to get him in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give this video a like, and I'll do this again once another DLC comes out. My name's Shoutout Games, your fighting game sensei, signing out. I'll see you guys next time.